Hi, welcome to Pritex Academy. In today's session, we're going to extract the historical returns data of NASDAQ and plot its distribution and analyze it very briefly. So first we need to extract the NASDAQ data, and for that we need to go to NASDAQ historical prices, let's say, and I go to Yahoo Finance website, and from there I have to select the dates. So I recommend that you use at least 15 to 20 years. So I'll take, let's say, 2004 June with the present date and click done. So I'm taking data from June 22 2004 to June 22 2020. That's more than 15 years. So I'll download this data in CSV format, and I would open that file, and from there I would select this column and press shift and then press this column so that I can copy the whole thing. I'm explicitly showing by doing it in mouse, but I usually use Ctrl C and Ctrl V. So we have copied the data, and now we paste it here. So I would paste in simple mode. So now we will have to calculate the returns, but before that let's explain. Let's go through the data once. So in the first column we have the date, in the second column we have the open price for that date, third column we have the high price for that date, and for the fourth column we have the low price for the date, and in the fifth column we have the close price for the date. We also have the adjusted close price and the volume for that date. So we'd like to calculate the returns. So we can do that by typing this formula. So we have to take the difference between the close price of present day, of the current day, and the previous day, and then we divide this by the previous. Okay, I missed something. So I click here, divided by the previous close, and then we'd like to get this return in percentage term. So we'd like to multiply it by 100, and here we go. We have got the return for 23062004. So we'd like to calculate the return for each of these dates. So we have to select this cell, and then we have to click it here and then drag it all the way down, and the Excel will take care of the formula and calculate the return for each of the dates selected, each of the cells selected. So here we go. Now this column actually uses a formula that takes into account the close price of the current date and the previous date. So if we have to delete the first row, in that case we'd get an error. So we'd like to copy this column and paste it here. Please note we are pasting it as values so that we only copy. Here you can see if I click this cell we have the whole formula, but here we just have the value. So there is no issue if we delete the first row. Now we have got an error, so now we know that why we have done this. So we can get rid of this data, it's not needed for distribution. Now let's move it to the other side, and I'd like to select all of this data, all of this return data from the second column. It will take some time, and then we are ready to plot it in histogram mode. That is, we can see how the distribution of the returns plot looks like. So we go to insert. From there you can see this histogram bars. You can click here the first option, and here we go. So I would just cut it from here and drag it to the top and paste it here. So let's give it a name. Let's say NASDAQ historical return distribution plot. Okay, So here I will explain this plot a bit. So this more or less looks like a normal distribution, but it's actually not a normal distribution. It's somewhat similar to that. And in the vertical axis we have the occurrences or frequencies, and in the horizontal axis we have the bins. So we can change the number of bins. If we double click here, we'd get this window where we can change if we want like 200 bins. So it looks like this. If we want 50 bins, it looks like this. We can also play with the bin width, which is the width of here of this each bars here. So if we make the bin width, let's say 0.2, okay, it went down, and we can see that the width is way smaller than previous one. So you can play with this data. You can even play with these colors a bit. So if I select this bright one, it looks like this, and we can select also this one. So that's it. If you want to know more about distribution plot, we have a very nice video, a very nice animation video where we show how distributions plots are actually made, where we also explain the horizontal terms, what are bins and what are actually frequencies. So this is beyond the scope of this video, but you can click on the description section and see there is a link and where we explain all these terms there. So thank you for watching, and I hope you liked it. I hope you have learned something new, and if you have liked it and if you want to inspire us, if you want to keep us motivated, so I would like to request you to please subscribe my channel. Thank you for your time and attention. Bye bye. See you in the next video.